One Other Car Guy, OneOtherCarGuy.com, here detailing this beautiful Bustleback Cadillac. And I'm down to the wheel part. And I was thinking, you know, heck, I'm going to show the wheel deal detail. So, I've already scrubbed this thing down like crazy. And I wanted to show, a lot of people just wipe on an Armor All type product and call it good. And I've got a product I mix for this that's just amazing. But even as such, it should be known that it's not exactly the end of the story just because you spray some of this on it. A guy, honestly, if you want the really good, can actually wipe the edges with a brush. And the reason I'm using a finer one is because of these, but that's where your shine's going to come from if you want to get really serious about it. Like, see the cross lines in all the writing? That's where a guy really notices any leftover grease. So if you want to be real anal about your wheels, or excuse me, tires, you can take the time to scrub all that out and the line with the grain. Make sure and go with the grain. I'm not that anal about my wheels and tires, but it is a thing that you're hydrating the tires, and hopefully at this point you've removed any and all grease, and you got a nice deal here. If I'm not going to do that, sometimes with this many lines on it, I'll run it across. Now look, it's still pulling all kinds of gunk off, of course, but that's the deal. From there, a guy can let it set a little while. As good as I clean these wheels and as nice as their tires, and why do I keep doing that? It's not necessary. You could just do like this to get any extra yucky residue you've gotten on it off. Geez, I'm having a problem here, ain't I? So they're looking pretty good, but I can tell you got a dry spot up there, and now it's time for the final frontier, which is spray the stuff back on and let it sit. So, in essence, in my opinion, to do these correctly, you need 2 runs at it. Now, also, one more thing that's going to happen here is I'm going to have to move the car forward about 12 inches to where that part is here. Move it around to where I can actually do that part. For the most part, I'm done. This is a total success on a tire for me. I usually don't get down and do it like that. I'm usually up and moving, but I wanted to do a video of it this time and show you, I guess you'd say, the behind the scenes here. And like I said, to let it set, what I'll do, these are dry in that line there on this one, is I'll put it on here like this. See, now this one doesn't have lines in the writing, it has lines everywhere. So it's even more distinct in some ways. If you didn't do your job scrubbing that very good, it's going to create you an issue on a tire like this. So, that's that. From there, it sets. We're done. And I'll hit that up and do all 3 stages of it as I'm doing it and tuning it. Sometimes, I'm all into wheel wells, man. And I think they should be hit up like this. And this is going to be one of those cars, as you can see, where there's a whole plastic liner in that wheel well. so I want it to stand out a bit. Now you're never going to see people brushing their armor on, doing it like this, or letting it get on their wheels and not worrying about it like me maybe. But, hey, you asked how. Hey, no you didn't. Actually, I have got so many questions on different kinds of things. Now if I could just find my camp, there we go. I want it before and after this one. I'm going big time on it. Okay, my glass filled up storage, which I can handle about, I think it's about 8 hours of video, but that was about the 8th hour. So I went ahead and sprayed this down. I figure y'all know exactly what happened there because you see me do 3 more of them. So you know what we did next there. No biggie. And I've actually left this out here for about an hour or so while I took these videos off my camera and did some updates on the website. I'm going to get down here and show you this one, and you'll see that stuff's just sitting on there, man. It's really nice. This one's really saturated. That's a nicer, newer tire than any of them here. This is an older tire, and it's not sitting on top of it so much. It's actually soaking in a lot more because, well, simply it's an older, drier tire. And you'll also notice that the other side is going to be a little drier. Road rage, mainly because it's in the more direct sunlight. So, got my rag, and now kind of the final little lay down here. This one is a nice tire, but that last final wipe, buddy. And on the other ones, I went ahead and did the fender wells because they are rubber coated on this side. And on the fronts they have plastic inserts, and I've cleaned them. Just looks much better this way. Once I'm done the final time, I like to see how it's setting, and this one's just sitting perfectly. It doesn't even need what I'm doing there. I'm going to leave it on kind of a thick pasty and just kind of give it a final doing up. Now the reason you wipe them down at all here is to make sure it's even. Now I still have to move the car. I mean, that tire is as good as it's going to look, and this will even it out even more. And I just leave them on there, that extra residue, until I come back around with a rag that's specifically for that. Now, this tire is going to be in need of replacement soon, I believe. This is another reason I like to do a lot of the final things myself, is to where I get to, like I just did the motor. You get people doing it, and you get varying levels of stuff. I've had many people work for me. Many people weren't worth their weight in dirt. This tire's beautiful too. A little bit drier though than the other one. Could be because of the sun. But the tire is a little older than this one. This is the nicest tire here. Okay. So with that, I have effectively done what I need to do. Now I've got a pole under the hood, so hopefully I can take all this blue tape off. Hey now. Oh no. Detailed it and left the battery on, or doors open. Had the doors open all day. Gonna take a charge now. And I've got the charge on this one. See if I can start it and let it idle or something. It's been on here for a while. Seriously. See what we get here. I'm trying to take pictures in no time flat here. And there's too many things left for me to do to this particular car to get this done. I lost my help because of a car that's going out on my other lot. I think it's actually charging it right now. I'm not sure. I know I got a beautiful rainbow of cleaners and stuff out here. I know there shouldn't be much. I know it's going to take a stinking jump start probably. This charger sucks. Okay, thanks for watching. Now I'm going to have to stop and move the car forward to where I can get pictures with that stupid thing on there. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you.